You know, yeah, this YouTube channel is gonna be my YouTube channel. I post whatever I want on this YouTube channel. Day in the life. Will I post a day in the life? Maybe not. Mostly reflections and updates. Haven't been posting because there's been load shedding. Yeah, nah. I have to think ahead of such things next time. Did not cold call, do any of that. Yo, yeah, it's leading me astray. But one thing I did is I went to the supplier for the thing I want to sell. The thing is tops. Smells nice. I tested it today. Gave it to my sibling also to test it because I'm not that much of a. My body doesn't like scents. If I put anything of a scent, I get eczema. Is it eczema? Yeah, eczema. So it's not a big fan of that. So I went to the supplier. Now I just have to distribute and tell them, yeah, I'm already key. Here's the thing I'm selling for you is this much, combo this much, this much, this much. What do you say? And then she'll say, yeah, okay, sharp. Sell it, sell it, sell it. Get some profit, continue selling. Make some profit, get that profit, buy this, buy that. It's all a plan. Starting from somewhere, I realized the job is not something that I want. Nah, nah, nah. It ain't it. There's other ways to do this. I saw this other guy holding a board, selling parking for 20 rand. I know that might sound like okay, you know, like you, maybe some people will get it. He sold parking for 20 rand. I read a story of a timer who feeds his kids by standing in line in queues for people. Think about that, bro. No degree, none of that. But thinking outside the box. If my guy can think outside the box and make a living in order to feed his two kids, what makes me think that me selling this and going door to door won't work? It's gonna work. It has to work. Because there's a principle to what behind it. If I go to a certain place, maybe flee off, go to those flats. Hey, I'm selling this. Hey, let me get your number. If you want to order, get updates. You know what I mean? Get a couple of numbers, 100 people, 100 people, 500 people. It just depends. Keep on posting these things. They want to buy, they want to buy, they want to buy. Then they buy, I deliver. Then they buy, I deliver. Buy, deliver, buy, deliver. Yeah, well, after that, I know with that, I get a car. Simple. After getting that car paid monthly installments, I'm paying for it. Why? Because I'm using it to get the stock and also to deliver. Yeah, well. Making profit, boy. Get that profit, pay for this. Yeah, it's a plan, as I said. You know what I mean? I went to the supplier. I couldn't chill, bro. You know what I mean? I was like, guys, it's load shedding. It's load shedding. What am I gonna do? Just chill and do nothing. Nah, man. Gotta do something. Yeah, I gotta do something. I can't just sit there and do nothing. I have to operate something. Something has to connect. Something has to. Something has to move. Either it's my offline stuff or my online stuff. It's either my cold calling or my selling. It had to be something. So that's my offline because I'm offline. So I gotta move, boy. Ah, now we moving. But that's besides the point. I'm reading a book, nah, called how I think the body keeps the score, something like that. Yeah, talking about traumatic people who went through traumatic stuff. You know what I mean? Like life is not random. As I've been saying, something I've realized. Life is not random. If this happens to this person, he ends up like this. But there's a way to fix that. Because when he goes through that traumatic experience, a certain part of the brain gets affected. But that same part of the brain being affected can also be rewired, reactivated. In this book, there's a certain statement, a quote, or a conclusion he came to, where he says, if each and every human being who lived on this planet knew how to activate their frontal lobe, we would live in a peaceful world. And I believe that because I used to journal, right? Do I still? No, I don't journal. This is journaling to me, self-reflection, right? The ability to self-regulate, self-assess, to have self-awareness leads one to watch his steps when interacting with other people, you know, rather than spazzing out, you know, or not showing emotions or feelings at all. Having emotional control, something like that, nah? Controlling your emotions, something they speak about in 48 Laws of Power. If you don't know how to control your emotions, meaning someone else can control them. If you know how to, then you have power. But if you know how to control other people's emotions, then you have like ultimate power. They do that by the news, you know. As I said, I'm not an average guy. I'm just a guy trying to understand the world I'm living in. Cause life is not random. I'm just trying to know the steps. Like life is not random, G. If everybody activated their frontal lobe, I believe it. We could live in a peaceful world because I'm an example of that. You reach a point where you ask yourself questions. Why am I fussing about not doing this thing? Like yesterday, we were playing hot. Yesterday, because there was load shedding, there was a certain light. Yeah, it's this light that's here. It was on. So then one of my siblings threw a thing on the street, hopscotch. I was like, you bored. And then she's like, there's nothing else to do, yo. Obviously, sometimes, as a guy, you be like, yeah, but, hopscotch, shit. Man, I don't play hopscotch, like a dumbass, right? I took that and I understood it. I was like, yeah, there's nothing else to do. If I go in the house now, what will I do? My phone is off. Nothing is working. What am I going to do? Chill in the dark and do nothing. Let me go outside, bro. So I went outside and played hopscotch. You know what I mean? I played hopscotch at my age, some people may say, but I don't care. I'm going to die one day and whatever. It's whatever, right? So that's self-regulation, self-awareness. Some people don't have it. Most people, most people, if not 90% or 95%, a majority of people don't have that. A lot of people who are in jail don't have it. A lot of criminals don't have it. A lot of drug addicts don't have it. Drug dealers don't have it. Most people, I believe this, who do bad stuff don't have that. They don't have it. But you can develop it, right? You can develop your frontal lobe. The frontal lobe is the part of the brain that deals with creativity and innovation, invention. What's next? How do we solve this? Who is this? What do they want? You know what I mean? Logic. Logic is what built this car that I'm in. Also fueled by emotions, because of frustrations. Like, man, I'm tired of walking. But instead of just complaining every time and going to everybody, I'm tired of walking. He was like, I'm tired of walking. Emotional brain. And then the logic came in. how do I fix this? You understand? So it's the connection between the two. Some people don't have it. I read in this book that when they put two people, when they put different groups of people, one with PTSD and the other one who are not traumatized. The one who are not traumatized, their prefrontal cortex was activated. Right? So I don't know what the test was about. But then the ones who had trauma, who had PTSD, their prefrontal cortex, the frontal lobe, was not activated. And if it's not activated, meaning the one that's deep inside the emotional brain, I think it's the limbic. Yeah, that one was activated. Life is not random, bro. Think about that, bro. Trauma, activate the emotional. Non-trauma, activate the logic. That's why a guy, he's late for his plane ticket. He's out there spazzing out, yelling at the person who works at the airport as if she's the one who made him late. If only he was like, yeah, I came out late. Yeah, it's my fault. That's what the frontal lobe does. You know what I mean? It's nah, yeah, it's my fault. Yeah. I should have came out early. Next time I'm gonna come out early. You know what I mean? Solution based. Now when you don't activate the frontal lobe, what do? Emotion. And most of the time when you use your emotion, it's either you it's either you use excessive anger, or sometimes you just shut down. But with logic, it's okay, I'm in this situation, how do I solve this? Logic is your best friend, bro. I'm just being honest. Emotion, yeah, you know what I mean? It's there, Both, and in fact, both. But most of the time, it's just logic, bro. It's just logic. And it helps, bro. Like I remember one time, I think it was yesterday. I don't know if this is an example. Like, you can easily pick out stuff, bro. Like, we're playing hopscotch. You can't touch the line. You can't touch the line. And this guy I think he was doing a split so that he doesn't touch the line. And then I forgot what he did. And then he was like, I didn't touch it. But I forgot the story. But I used logic. I was like, if this, that, then why did you do this in order to not do this? Caught him. You know what I mean? Sometimes I have those moments, or maybe that time when he was like, yeah, come, let's go get peaches. I was like, nah, I can't get peaches, my guy. They're in somebody else's neighborhood. They're in somebody else's yard, and if I want them, I just have to go into him and ask him. I don't want no trouble. You know what I mean? I don't want no trouble with him. If I want peaches, I can just easily go to him and ask him. And if he says no, he says no. If he says yes, he says yes. And he's like, you scared? I'm like, nah, it's not fear, my boy. It's respect. Difference. I don't fear the guy. I just respect him. One thing that helped me with frontal lobe activation is the Bible, bro. Yeah, love your neighbor the same way you love yourself. Would you like that happening to you? Nah, then don't do it to somebody else. Some people don't have it. A majority of people don't have it. That's why you gotta be the light. So frontal lobe, prioritize that at all times and you're gonna win, bro. You're gonna win in life. And don't compare yourself with the majority. As I said, the majority mostly use their limbic or their amygdala, the emotional brain, rather than logic. Which is, understandable. Trauma, But now you hear listening to this, now you hear understand life is not random. People who use their frontal lobe are the big guys, bro. The real G's. Who use logic, not emotion. Now you're using emotion. You pop. Yeah, well. If only people knew this. It's just that people don't read books. We don't read books. If only you read a book like the book I'm reading, man, you'd be yes, sis. There was a time where I learned that a conversation consists of body language, tone, and what is said. But percentage wise, body language is 55%, and then tone is 37, and the rest is what you said. That's why most times when you text, you feel like this girl is saying whatever she's saying in the tone of, like, you're thinking maybe she's saying it in a sexy way. Kanti, she's just saying it to play with your feelings. Maybe, I don't know. That's why you gotta have a conversation face to face so you can see somebody else's body language and tone. Because you'll be misunderstood if you don't do that. Like, you learn a lot, bro. You learn. The reason why I continue to learn and to continue to read, because in the Bible it says, I think it's Proverbs or Ecclesiastes, it says, son, the day you stop learning is the day you neglect all that you know. Yo, what I mean, bro? There's no stagnation. There's no maintenance. There's no same level. It's either you're growing or you are depleting. It's either you are aspiring or you are expiring. Do you understand? Yeah, people don't read, man. People don't read. Me, I can't be average. Me, I can't move like the average guy. Telling me about soccer. And it's understandable, it's them. Me, I'm just saying for you, my guy, don't get caught up in that. No, don't get caught up in that. Because once you get caught up in that, it's an endless loop. Doing stuff you don't want to, reacting to stuff, and you're just a spectator in your life. And then you live your life with regrets. Would have, could have, should have, would have. Fights, drinking, smoking, entertaining yourself, distracting yourself. Just pop. But if you learn, bro, gain wisdom. As Solomon said, you be dangerous like him. The way God made him to be dangerous. Because all wisdom belongs to God. But if you're slacking, distracted, bro, then you don't deserve a Ferrari, You don't deserve a Bugatti. Maybe you deserve it in your dreams, but not physically, Because all of those things come at a price, and that price is money. And that money, man, there's no other way to get it but to work, as Paul said. A man who doesn't work doesn't eat. And as a Christian, you need to find a way to earn a living. So then you don't go around asking people for handouts. That's what he said. That's what Paul said. I'm just thinking what Paul said. And the job ain't for me. Selling is the thing I'm going to do. Combos. I smell nice. I'm selling these shinies, bro. We're moving. Yeah, we're moving. We're selling packages on packages. Profits on profits. Run it for a month and see how much we're going to make. Go to this place and that place and see how many we can sell. Yeah, then we're moving, bro. We ain't playing. We're doing the most now. Yeah. Work time and consistency. If I don't do this, then I deserve to be poor, bro. I know the truth now. You know the truth now, bro. You know the truth. Yeah, you know the truth. If you don't do anything, you deserve to be poor. Don't complain to anyone else. And if you do, I wish they catch you on tape and then they post it so that everybody can tell you. Yeah, you did tell us. You did say that you deserve to be poor. Maybe one day become famous. famous. I don't know. People watch my videos and see what I've been saying ever since. But either way, bro. You know truth now. Work time consistency. If you're not doing that, boy, you're a sluggard, lazy guy, and you deserve to be poor. Yeah, he said, little sleep, little slumber, little folding of hands. Poverty comes like an armed robber. Yeah, to use not an armed robber. Yeah, you know it's gonna come. There's no armed robber anymore. This one, the robber is telling you, I'm chasing you, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm gonna come for you. Yeah, you're gonna be poor. Yeah, you deserve it. Full time. If you don't do anything, you deserve it. What, you scared? You deserve to be poor. What you scared of, bro? Nothing to be scared of. You're gonna die. A man who does not provide for his own is worse than an unbeliever and has denied the faith. I'm just saying what the Bible said. We're moving now. No playing. We gotta move. Somehow, some way, we gotta move. We can't be chilling. We can't be chilling. We gotta be winning. I don't know if that makes sense, but boom. Nah, we moving now. We gotta be moving. If you want that, you gotta move. Yeah. Let me just say that. If you want that, you gotta move. If you don't want it, then don't move. Stay stagnant. Stay in the same place. And then complain again and say, oh, why am I stuck in this place? And I say, why didn't you move? You know? Only you can make a change in your own life. Life is not random. Get that through your head. But it is what it is. One day I must look back and watch these things. But it's too much hours, too much minutes, too many minutes, too many hours. Maybe I'll binge watch one day. One day I'll binge watch. And be like, yeah, this guy will spin. Maybe, yeah, maybe. I'll watch back. But for now, put in the action. Can't be sleeping. No sleep, no slumber, no. My guy was selling parking for 20 rand. With a sign. Standing there. He believed people would pay him 20 rand for parking. Do you understand? There's a guy out there who's selling perfumes. A lady selling perfumes. There's a guy out there who's selling chargers and chains. I know him. Imagine this, I'm 22. When I was in grade what? 7. No, I wasn't 7. In 7 I had transport. 7, 6, 5. In grade 5, bro. I don't know how old I was then. How old was I? I think grade 2 is 10 or 8. I don't know, bro. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's just say, I was 11. 11 years. That lady at Rodiport, taxi rank 5, and that guy have been selling for 11 years at the same spot. And I'm scared. You are scared. Of what? They've been selling there for 11 years. Not that I want to be like them and sell the same place. I'm just saying, maybe they have a family. But they've been selling, been standing. My guy's been selling Cool Time, ice, and stuff for years. Job ain't for me. Entrepreneurship is the way. It's how we think. It's the thing that makes us think. Not this employee of the month, Sandys. Not this employee of the month mentality. Salary. No, boy. Fluctuation is the way. Compound interest. Porsche, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Bugatti, Pininfarina, Batista, KTM, Lounge. Rolls Royce, Cullinan, Austin Martin, any German car, I don't care. Century like that, maybe JDM. Supra R, what's this? Supra R34, R35, R30, R33, NSX. You understand? That's the language, boy. Private jet language. Being paid for how you think and how you speak. That's the way. That's how God did things. He didn't do things with his hands. He spoke what came from his mind. Same with me. If I want that private jet life, because I did say, if I go to any place, I don't care what place it is, Durban or Cape Town or Dubai. If I go to these places, I'm gonna go using a private jet. If it's not on a private jet, I'm not going on the plane. Yeah, I made that decision. I won't climb on a plane. If someone says, "Oh, climb on a plane," nope. Private jet only. Decision. Unless it's emergency, but decision. Private jet only. And I'm gonna get there, bro. I know how. There's a way how. Because life is not random. It's just work timing consistent. Straight.